Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Mulcahy Stadium in beautiful Midtown Anchorage for today's Cook Inlet Conference baseball game between designated visiting team, the Eagle River Wolves, against the designated home team, South Anchorage, the Wolverines. This is a big one in the Cook Inlet Conference standings as South comes in undefeated overall at 7-0, while Eagle River is 5-1 overall. Both teams, however, vying for a share of the league lead today, as both come in at 2-0 in the Cook Inlet Conference round robin standings. It's a 7-game quick season here in the Cook Inlet Conference, and this will be a big one in determining the seeding for the upcoming conference tournament as the Wolverines take the field. We will run down the outfield today for South, the defensive positioning. It is on the hill today for South will be Lucas Wilkins, one of the team's aces. Playing catcher, Dylan Maltby. At first base, Joey Serra. Playing second base, Sean Giffen. At shortstop, Oliver Brown. At third will be Curtis Hebert. And your outfield is Grayson Shaw in left, Andrew Buckendorf in center, and Kellen Curtis in right field. That's your defensive setup for the Wolverines. Leading it off for Eagle River will be Cam Whitty. He'll be followed in the lineup by Stefan Retzlaff. Noah Lauer. Batting cleanup is Josh Thompson. Connor Lanehart hits fifth. Gavin Henning sixth. Charles Wallace, Luke Barch, and Jack Malloy wind up the lineup for the Wolves. So this is a big one also as far as Cook Inlet Conference coaching history, as South's Taylor Nerland is trying to pass none other than his father, Steve, for number 2 all-time on the all-time coaching wins list since Cook Inlet Conference baseball started officially in 1992. He comes in with an overall coaching record of an impressive 84-22. Caught his dad a couple seasons faster than it took Steve to get to that number of 84. Steve finished up his strong coaching career with a 84-52 mark. So 30 games faster than his in Pops. And rip out to get underway. The first pitch is a nice fastball. Caught the outside corner for strike one on Cam Whitty. Whitty playing shortstop today. Generally saw him at catcher in the past. Moving up as far as seniority on this club, of course, is Whitty, one of the top players in the CIC. Takes that one low. Just had another game finish recently over here at Mulcahy. It was Service pulling away from West 12-1. As Cougars get in the win column. That's over but high, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Wilkins. Strike 3 called. Woody takes it at the knees, and he knew it. He turned right around, no argument there. And 1 up, 1 down for the Wolves. No strong wind to speak of today. Still waiting for the new American and Alaskan flags to be put up on the new left field foul pole. Strike called, 0-1 on Stefan Retzlaff, the second baseman. Brand new outfield wall. You might notice that on your screen there in your broadcast. Low and outside, even up 1 apiece. Anchorage Parks and Rec making yet another improvement to premier baseball facility here in Anchorage. 1-1 pitch. He ducks out of the way of that one. Wind, and he fires low and outside. The count goes to 3-1. Good eye by Retzlaff. Eagle River returning a good portion of last year's squad. And looking good so far this year, as I mentioned, with a 5-1 mark. And he takes outside, and the Wolves have their first base runner on a 5-pitch walk. So Noah Lauer will hit for himself as the pitcher today. South choosing to use a DH in its lineup. We'll go over their batting order, of course, next half inning. You have the option here. And Lauer checks his swing, and the ball gets away from Maltby. It'll be probably a wild pitch, and that allows Retzlaff easily to jog down to second as Maltby, maybe if he'd seen where that ball went immediately, but it was a guessing game, and he turned his head the wrong way, that let Retzlaff know he could take second easily. So Wilkins misses again, low. 2-0. Thanks for tuning in today at AlaskaLegion.com. Check the schedule for all the rest of the games that we'll have for you here. That's low, and after striking out the first batter, Wilkins has thrown 7 of the last 8 pitches for balls. Strike called as he finds the strike zone there to make it 3-1. He takes low, and it's back-to-back walks have put a pair on with 1 out here in the first. Joshua Thompson will be the batter, and Maltby wants to settle down his starting pitcher. Walks him out to the mound and has a couple words with him. See what Coach Learman has planned here for Thompson. Already 1 down, so you wouldn't imagine the bunt's in order. And we'll get a pinch runner for the pitcher, courtesy runner as it is. That's number 15, Landon Hudson, jogging down to first base. Hudson, a sophomore. Only 1 freshman on this Eagle River team. So a veteran squad. That catches the outside corner at the knees, strike 1. Thompson checking down at the third base box for the signals. Steps in, waving that big red bat. Wheel play on at second. Second baseman covers, but Retzlaff not fooled, back in plenty of time. Outfield playing pretty much straight up against the cleanup hitter. Drop down to first. It'll be Force play at second, as I thought he might just take the easy out and touch the bag at first, but he positioned himself nicely there, did Sarah, and made a good throw down to Brown for the put out at second, force play. So now first and third. Always a tough play there for the first baseman. You don't want to make sure you don't hit that runner with the throw, and Sarah showing good fundamentals there by stepping forward and making a good throw to second. So Connor Lanehart's going to be up to him to keep this going for Eagle River if they want to crack the scoreboard in the first. Toss over to first. Runner back in time. Pair of walks have put runners at first and third here with 2 out for the Wolves as we're just underway. Fouled off, 1-1 now. That one's going to find 16th Avenue. He takes high as the count goes to 2-1. Another game coming up here at 5 o'clock. We'll have it for you at alaskalegion.com as the batter calls timeout. Chugiak and Bartlett are going to finish up our week at 5 o'clock here at Mulcahy. Low and outside. Count goes to 3-1 on Lanehart. Another slight delay as looks like Thompson's relacing his shoes down there at first, safety first. And a pressure pitch coming up to Connor Lanehart. Strike down the middle. So the runner will be in motion here from first base. 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. Lanehart, one of the several sophomores on the Eagle River team. 5 to be exact. And he takes high and inside, bounces off Maltby's glove, but it's just ball 4. And that'll load him up as the Wolves have him full with 2 out without the benefit of a base hit yet. Garen Henning will step in, right fielder. And he fouls that one off. Henning, a junior. 5 juniors as well on the roster. 3 seniors and that 1 freshman I mentioned. And he hits it up the middle. It's a big hit as an RBI single will bring him in. Play at the plate coming up, and the throw is offline. A 2-run single for Garen Henning. And the Wolves jump out on top, 2-0. Clutch 2-out hitting from Henning. Charlie Wallace comes to bat now. And he takes low and outside. And the next pitch is in for a strike to even it up. Wallace, the left fielder. Also a junior. And he takes low and outside to make it 2-1. Wallace listed as the tallest player on the team at 6'3". Two-two pitch coming up. Instead, he wheels and looks the runner back to second, does Wilkins. It's taken a mighty 30 pitches to get to this point in the first. Swung on, hit softly to second. Up with it nicely is Giffen. And the throw over ends the rally, but not before the Wolves start with 2 on the board before they even take the field. And South will come up next here at alaskalegion.com.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
At BP, we're not only investing in Alaska careers today, we're investing in Alaska's future leaders. That's why BP contributes to University of Alaska programs statewide, donating millions of dollars to prepare Alaska students for future jobs in energy, hosting interns, and hiring Alaskans. To us, it's the spirit found in every Alaskan that will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Special thank you, as always, to Scott Haberstad and everyone at Alaska Airlines for their longtime support of Alliance Baseball in Alaska. Their partial underwriting of team travel has allowed high school and American Legion baseball in Alaska to be a truly statewide endeavor. The Alliance is extremely grateful as well for Alaska Airlines' sponsorship of youth camps and clinics throughout the year. All right, we'll set the South defense for you now. Or excuse me, the Eagle River defense. So I get my things together here. Noah Lauer, as I mentioned, is on the hill to start. Luke Barch behind the plate catching. At first base is Jack Malloy. Second baseman is Stefan Retzlaff. Playing short today, Cam Whitty. At third base, Connor Lanehart. And your outfield for the Wolves is Charles Wallace in left. And we have Josh Thompson in center and Gavin Henning in right field. Kellen Curtis is going to lead things off for the Wolverines as they come in to their first at bat, facing a 2-0 deficit. One quick update from that first inning, top of the first. That was actually Gavin Henning, as we have 2 Hennings on the Eagle River roster, and some of us up here in the press booth made that correction. So I want to give Gavin plenty of credit for that nice RBI single. As it's strike one to start off against Curtis. Swung on, hit up the middle. It didn't take long for the Wolverines to pick up their first base hit on the second pitch from Noah Lauer. So Oliver Brown steps in, the shortstop. And he takes high for ball one. Plenty of offensive firepower for the Wolverines, not scared off at all by this 2-0 deficit, I'm sure. Noah Lauer checks the runner back to first, and 1-0 pitch to Brown. Just low. 2-0. And he takes high and inside. 3-0 as Lauer loses his hat out there on the hill. Most of these high school teams in Anchorage played about 5 to 8 non-league games before they got started in the conference season. And it's ball 4 to Brown as it's first and second now with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Dylan Maltby will step in. He's going to jog down and talk strategy. As Barch, the catcher, takes a minute to go calm down Lauer. Lauer Jr. on the hill. His battery mate Barch, the lone freshman on the Wolves squad. And it's low for ball 1 to Maltby. Dangerous bat indeed. And he takes for strike 1 to even the count. Lauer keeps losing his hat out there on the hill. He might want to nail that down somehow. Maltby takes in the dirt to get ahead 2-1 on the pitcher. And he takes just inside off the plate to make it 3-1. Pretty cloudy day here in Anchorage overall. Don't see many breaks in the clouds all around town. There go the runners, and it's hit back to the pitcher. And it was wise for the Wolverines to start the runners in that situation because it avoided a potential double play They would have easily had at least a force play at one of the bags. As it is, they sent the runners. Easy ground ball back to pitcher, and Lauer takes care of that for out number 1. And now Coach Bill Learman is going to talk over strategy again with his infield, with runners at second and third and 1 out. Curtis Abair, another big bat for the Wolverines, will come up next. Hey, Alaska 529 is an education savings plan designed to make it easy for parents and loved ones to save for education. Whatever sparks your child's imagination and curiosity, we can help you save for it. Open an account today with as little as $25. It's never too early to plan for the future. Go to Alaska529plan.com for more information. So Abair stands in. The first pitch from Lauer is high and outside, ball 1. Nice stop in the dirt by Barch. 2-0 on the South cleanup man. And just high, 3-0. I think aside from the pitch count today for Lauer, we're going to keep an eye on the number of times he loses his hat. That's 3 already. Inside corner at the letters, strike 1. Three and 1 now. Here's the pitch. And it's low, ball 4. The Wolverines have them loaded with 1 away. And it's Joey Serra. Serra made a nice defensive play. Limit the damage in the first. And Barch blocks another one. He's been doing a nice job back there behind the plate so far. Got to be encouraging as a coach to be able to throw a freshman out there as your starting catcher and know that you're so set there for the future, hopefully. And that's laced to second. A great play and back to first for the double play. What a play by Stefan Retzlaff as he dove, realized the runner was caught off first, and made an incredibly smart play. And that's going to be our 529, Alaska 529 smart play of the game. Stefan Retzlaff making the diving catch and then realizing he had the runner caught off first. And a double play ends the first inning as Stefan Retzlaff with our Alaska 529 smart play of the game. It keeps it 2-0 Wolves as we head to the second inning at alaskalegion.com.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hod carrying, insulation. But we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the ironworkers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans: the grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger, a celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
back with you here. Top of the second as Barch leads things off. And he laces one over the first baseman's head on the first pitch for a solid single to lead things off for the Wolves. So Barch, can credit him with some nice stops at catcher in keeping the Wolverines off the board in the first. And he does it with the bat there. And he's going to get a courtesy runner. So it'll be number 12, looks like, if I saw that correctly. And I don't have a 12 on my roster, so. Alex Mullen will be out there at first base, is out there at first base. And Jack Malloy standing in. Squares to bunt, but bunts foul. And it's 0-1 on Malloy, the starting first baseman. And he squares again. Can't get it down again. Another foul ball, and it's 0-2. See if that changes the strategy for Coach Bill Learman down there in the third base box. Swings away, and he pops it straight back over our heads here. Stay alive. Still 0-2. And he got a piece of that one. You could hear the clink of the ball on bat as he barely got a piece of that one to stay alive again. Well, if nothing, the Wolves are making Wilkins throw a lot of pitches so far. Toss over to first, not in time. Wilkins already at 36 pitches. With nobody out here in the top of the second. And that's laced into center field, but high enough, and it'll hang up for Buckendorf out there for out number 1. So 1 away now with a runner at first base, and it's back to the top of the lineup in Cam Whitty. He struck out to start things off before his teammates rallied for those 2 runs last inning. Close play at first, as you can see Wilkins has an excellent pickoff move. We're going to have some more visiting here between the battery and the hitter third base coach combo. And Whitty finally getting ready to step back in. Another throw down to first, and diving back in time again is Mullen, who's been busy diving back to first base during this at bat. One-0 pitch finally coming up here to Whitty. There goes the runner, and it's fouled off to even it up at a ball and a strike. Want to Thank my executive producer, as always, Luke Cooley, pressing all the right buttons over there while he's keeping the official score, too. One pitch is way high. Nice stop by Maltby. And that catches the outside corner for strike one. Two-one pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, and I was off on the count there. It was strike three right there as Whitty down on strikes for the second time. So after giving up the leadoff single, he set down the next two. And Wilkins can now get out of this jam if he can escape Stefan Retzlaff, who takes high and outside. Retzlaff got that rally started with a walk, came around to score before showing off that nice leather to end the last inning with a double play. Keep this game right where it is at 2-0. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled off down the right field line. If you haven't gotten a chance to come out to the ballpark yet, and didn't get a chance last summer during all the COVID craziness, go ahead and coming out and check out the great new grandstands here at Mulcahy. Nice way to watch a game. Takes high and inside. Does Retzlaff, and it goes to 2-1. Wolves with 2 base hits so far. Wolverines with 1. There goes the runner. And the throw down to second. He gets him as he kind of started and stopped and started again, and I think it cost him, and Maltby throws him out to end the inning. So the courtesy runner gets gunned down at second, and that'll end the top half. And we'll head to the bottom half of inning number 2. South coming up, trailing 2-0 at AlaskaLegion.com.
Alaska Airlines Club 49 members can ship up to 100 pounds of cargo in-state for $10 when you fly and $40 anytime. That's a lot of fish, groceries, or whatever. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Alaska Airlines Club 49 offers you free benefits to make life a little sweeter. Like 2 free checked bags anywhere we fly. Even if you're new to the last frontier, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 to join for free today.
Back with you for the bottom half of inning number 2 as Andrew Buckendorf will get his first cuts at bat. And he checked his swing, but takes a strike. pitch from Noah Lauer. Fouled off. Gets ahead 0-2 on the South center fielder. South showing off the biggest roster by far here in the CIC. No lack of bodies for the Wolverines this year. And it's strike three, swing and a miss. Lauer has a nice 3-pitch strikeout to start the second. "24 young men on the Wolverines varsity roster. Of course, not all of those players active for every game. As you want to keep your JV squad competitive as well. Foul pop out of play for Maddox Solon, DHing today. Another way to get more people involved, of course, with the DH rule. Solon pops that one foul again, and the senior is down 0-2. As Lauer has thrown nothing but strikes here to start the second. And he bounces that one in. Solon thought about it, but checked his swing. One-two pitch is grounded to third. Up with it is Lanehart. Nice toss across. And he gets him for out number 2. Good play by Lanehart at third. And it's 2 up, 2 down for Grayson Shaw. Left-handed hitter steps in, wearing his hoodie underneath his uniform. And just outside. And that's a little lower and a little more outside. So 2-0 now. And that one's right down the middle. Shaw taking all the way with that 2-0 count. Swung on and fouled off, and that'll even it up at 2-2. And the Wolverines are down to their last strike this inning. Still no center field scoreboard out here at Mulcahy, so we're keeping track of things up here in the booth, and that's popped up to third. And another play made there by Lanehart. He's been a busy man this half inning, and he helps the Wolves put down the Wolverines 1-2-3. And we head to the top of the third with Eagle River on top, 2-0 here at AlaskaLegion.com.
Alaska's greatest resource has always been the Alaskan spirit. This spirit of ingenuity and determination has driven BP for decades and is fueling new breakthroughs today, like innovations that allow us to extract more from existing oil fields and develop more resources for the future. The Alaskan spirit, it perseveres, it triumphs. It will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Multiple devices win championships. Set rosters. Watch. Post anytime from any screen with unlimited GCI Mobile Plus Internet. Save up to $75 a month when you have both.
Welcome back to Mulcahy. Connor Lanehart steps in to bat, or excuse me, it's Stefan Retzlaff at bat, and he pops up the first offering. It's going to stay fair, making that play right on the line is Sarah for out number 1. So a quick out for Eagle River here in the top of the third as they trying to add on to a 2-0 lead in a battle of Cook Inlet Conference unbeatens as far as league play is concerned. Only one loss between them overall this season. As these two teams you're watching have combined for a 12-1 record. And that's outside to Lanehart, or excuse me, Lauer. I have my screen messed up here. I got it straight now. Lauer took a walk his first time up. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Didn't come around to score, but that helped push things along as the Wolves got a big RBI 2-out single from Gavin Henning in the first. 2-out bases loaded single right up the middle. That's been all the scoring so far. And he takes a walk, does Lauer. He'll jog down to first, probably come out in a second for a courtesy runner, and he will. As that'll be Landon Hudson, courtesy running for the pitcher. Brings up Josh Thompson. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Came around to score that second run as he came around from second base on that single. Thompson, a sophomore. Takes the first pitch high and away. And he takes that one high, 2-0. 1 out, 1 on for the Wolves. And the pitch. Swung on, hit to right field. That's going to move the runner over as, oh, no, he was caught off second base, and he was dead to rights if the Wolverines had made a clean throw to the bag. It was a tough call for the third base coach at that point. Didn't see whether he was waving him around, but as it was, very lucky are the Wolves to avoid an out on the base paths there. And as it is at first and second after that base hit, third of the day for Eagle River. High and inside. Now Connor Lanehart's at bat. Lanehart picked up the third walk to load the bases in that first inning before the big hit. And now he stands in with an RBI opportunity as Hudson stands down at second. Thompson at first after the single. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and ripped through the left side for a base hit. Left fielder Shaw up with it and makes a good throw to the cutoff man to keep the runner at third, but the Wolves have him loaded now. And in steps Gavin Henning, who will hit now for the second time with the bases loaded. Just told you about what he did in the first with that run-scoring two-run single. And now he'll hit with one out, and they're jacked again. And it gets over the head of the catcher, or over the head of the batter. Wild pitch, scores another run, and it's 3-0 Eagle River. Wasn't quite sure whether that caught Henning on the tip of the helmet, the crown of the helmet, but it must have just sailed over his head, over Maltby's glove as well, and to the backstop. 1-0 now on the right fielder with a run across. And South plays the infield in. And that won't help as that's lined into right field for a base hit. And that's going to get another run home. And it's 4-0 Eagle River. Thompson didn't get a good read on that ball and ran back to third, thinking he might need to tag up or that it would be caught. But made it a lot closer play at home than it needed to be, but Eagle River still able to get the run across. So another big RBI single for Henning. He's got all of the Wolves' RBIs today, and they lead 4-0. And it's been a very tough day on the hill for Lucas Wilkins. Coach Nerland's going to stick with his starter. Wolves have knocked him around for 5 singles so far, but it's been the walks that have really come back to hurt the Wolverines so far. This will be pitch number 60 already. Coming up for the right-hander as Charlie Wallace steps in. And the toss gets away from the first baseman, and Error is going to let another run score. And the runner's going to try for third, and he'll make it. 2-base throwing error allows him to go from first to third, and the run scores from third. And it's 5-0 Eagle River. First error of the day for South, and it's a costly one. So now 5-0 Wolves. And that smack down to first. Sarah looks the runner back to third wisely and steps on the bag for out number 2. Big out there for the Wolverines if they want to stay within shouting distance in this one. So Luke Barch steps in. He singled his first time up. And he swings and fouls that one away toward the right field grandstands. Gavin Henning represents the 6th run potentially for Eagle River, just 90 feet away. 2 out now. And that's outside to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Barch first pitch swinging his first time up, knocked a single over the first baseman's head into right field. See what he does here. Swung on and hit out to right, and it's going to hang up this time, luckily for South, as Kellen Curtis had him played well and catches that line drive for out number 3, but not before the Wolves put 3 more on the board and now lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. South coming up here at AlaskaLegion.com.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
Sean Giffen leading things off for South, takes blown outside for ball 1 from Noah Lauer. Now works with a 5-0 lead here in the third. And he misses low and away there, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Giffen waves at that one. Popped up. That might stay in play. It's going to hit the top of the home dugout. Bounce away, make it 2-2. Lauer's hat keeps coming off, but you know what? If I had his hair, Luke, I would wear it long too. Bounces it in there as the count goes full on the South second baseman. Payoff pitch inside for ball 4, and the Wolverines have a much-needed leadoff runner on here in the third. Kellen Curtis steps in. He owns the lone base hit for his team so far. He singled on Lauer's second pitch of the game, but that's been it for the South bats through the first time through the lineup, as Lauer has been spot on ever since then, up until issuing that walk, really. Benefited from a couple really nice defensive plays. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. One pitch. One on, nobody out. In the dirt, 2-1. And that catches the inside corner. Good pitch by Lauer to avoid going 3-0 on the Wolverines leadoff hitter. Swung on and hit down to third. Is fair or foul? Fair. And it's an infield single as Curtis is now 2 for 2 on the day. He has both base hits. He has both base hits for South. And they have runners at first and second now with nobody out. Trying to rally here as Oliver Brown steps in. He walked in the first inning as the Wolverines loaded them up with 1 out. But then it was a spectacular defensive play at second base by Stefan Retzlaff as he caught a line drive and then turned the double play, catching the runner wandering off first to end that South rally. This is easily South's best chance since then, as they're trying to stay unbeaten, as I mentioned, on the season. We want to thank Josh Duran to the Parks and Rec Department for his continuous assistance in making more improvements to the fields in our community, including the new outfield wall here at Mulcahy this year. That old wall had seen better days, as some of you may remember. And there's a clean, fresh, green outfield wall waiting for some numbers to be painted on it. Maybe a flag on the flagpole. And once we get a new scoreboard out there, too, we'll be all set. First pitch to Brown is outside. Actually, second pitch. That was a 1-0 pitch, so now 2-0 on the South shortstop. And that's laced down the left field line, but well foul. Brown swinging away. Heart of the lineup coming up for the Wolverines. Tough spot here for Eagle River, as that's bounced in 3-1 now on Brown. Lauer wiggled out of a jam, as I mentioned in the first, cruised through the second, but now in another big jam here, potentially in the third. And that's hit into center, and that's going to get down for extra bases, I think. Or actually, it's cut off. Let's see, he will get into second. That'll get at least one home. They're sending the runner home, and he gets back safely to second. It's a 2-run double for Oliver Brown. And it's now 5-2, Eagle River. So Oliver Brown with the first extra base hit of the day for either club. The center fielder was able to get over there, Josh Thompson, and cut that ball off from getting to the warning track, but it was deep enough to allow Brown to get to second for a clean double. And the runner from first all the way around to make it 5-2. First pitch outside, Dylan Maltby. So South has answered Eagle River's 3 runs in the top half already with 2, and still nobody out. .2-0 pitch coming up to the cleanup batter Maltby. And he takes outside for ball 3. Maltby grounded out his first time up. And he takes high, ball 4. Here comes Curtis Abear, and we're going to have a pitching change. As that's it for Coach Learman. He points with his left hand out to center field, and I believe we're going to have Thompson come in to relieve Lauer. And he's pointing around to show these guys where they're heading. Lauer's going to head to his infield position, I believe, and it will be Thompson on the hill when we're back with you here in a minute. South rallying here, down 5-2, but with 2 on, nobody out. We'll be back with you in a moment at alaskalegion.com.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
At BP, we're not only investing in Alaska careers today, we're investing in Alaska's future leaders. That's why BP contributes to University of Alaska programs statewide, donating millions of dollars to prepare Alaska students for future jobs in energy, hosting interns, and hiring Alaskans. To us, it's the spirit found in every Alaskan that will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hod carrying, insulation. But we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
So Curtis Hebert steps in, takes the first pitch outside from Thompson. Defensive changes for Eagle River, of course. Mentioned Josh Thompson on the mound now. Charlie Wallace in center. Jack Malloy moves out to right. And Lauer now at second base. As the count goes to 2-0 on Hebert, who walked his first time up. And that's low for ball 3-0 for Thompson coming in a tough situation. Strike on the inside corner, 3-1. And the offering is swung on and missed in the dirt. Nice job again there by young Luke Barch, keeping that ball in front of him. And the 3-2 pitch is high to load him up. So bases loaded, nobody out. Tying run now at first base here in the bottom of the third. This has been, as far as high school level games, pretty slowly paced. A lot of action on the bases and a lot of strategy going on between coaches and players. And it's inside on Sarah. Sarah hit into that line drive double play to end the first. He'd like to make up for it here. And he takes a strike down the middle to even the count at a ball and a strike. So this is more the game I think we were expecting. Close contest back and forth. As Sarah takes inside 2-1. Two winningest coaches in CIC history going head to head here. And that's foul down the left field line. That's going to get out of play. And make it 2-2 on the first baseman for South. Mentioned earlier, Taylor Nerlin trying to pass his father They're tied at 84 wins apiece all time in CIC history. He's trying to pass Dad Steve for number 2 if the Wolverines can come back here. Chopped foul again. Meanwhile, in the opposite dugout, we have the all-time winningest coach in CIC history, Bill Learman, who's taken over at Eagle River after spending his first 13 years chalking up wins at Chugiak. He enters the day with 102. Belated congratulations to him on reaching the century mark. Bard keeps it close enough to avoid disaster there, as maybe a better read by the third baseman or the runner at third could have allowed him to score, but as it is, it's now just a full count on Sarah. Bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch from Thompson. Fouled off, we'll do it again. Big spot here in this one. Three-two pitch again. Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout for Thompson. One down for South. I think Sarah he's holding his left side like he strained something on that swing. So we'll keep an eye on that. As that did not look like he was comfortable at all walking off the field, Sarah. So we'll keep an eye and see if he stays in defensively when next inning starts. So that brings us to Andrew Buckendorf. Strikeout victim his first time up. So it'll be up to Buckendorf now with one out and bases still loaded. Yet another good play by Barch there behind the plate, as he has been all over preventing pass balls, wild pitches. Swing and a miss. Nice location there by Thompson. One pitch is in the dirt, blocked again by Barch. Well, I'm impressed by this young catcher for Eagle River. Seems to have quite a knack for the position and for the game in general. That misses high as Buckendorf has to jump out of the way of this one. South, the first team I've seen in a while with player names on the back of the jersey. Strike called on the outside corner. That'll send us to another full count, as Thompson has been making it pretty fun and interesting so far. Ooh, just fouled off. Barch almost had that foul tip in his glove. Would have been a big strikeout, but as it is, still 3-2. Coach Nerlin Give some encouragement to his batter, and we'll do it again. Always check AlaskaLegion.com for the latest game stories, all sorts of updates, schedule, results. The 3-2 pitch is lined into right field, but they haven't played perfectly. The runner tags at third and bluffs. And Barch was not ready for the throw, and it gets away, and it'll be an error, as they would have been kept everywhere if Eagle River had just held on to the ball. But as it was, they throw it away, and that allows it to be 5-3 now, as both teams now have scored 3 runs here in the third inning. Tough break for the Wolves. Swing and a miss. Strike one to start out Maddox Solon, who grounded out. Good contact there. But hit straight at the right fielder on that last play. South gets a run anyway. So now the tying run just 180 feet away here in the third. And a big 2-out at bat for Maddox Solon. Swung on and fouled off down the right field line. That'll make it 1-2. Eagle River with 5 runs on 5 hits. That one error just occurred and allowed a run to score. South with 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. Strike. That's strike 3. Everybody's looking around like they didn't know the count. That's strike 3. Yeah, struck him out looking. Looked like only a couple people on the field knew the count. Luke did, I did, and that'll do it for South as they leave the potential tying runs at second and third. And Eagle River will go to the fourth, coming up with a 5-3 lead here at AlaskaLegion.com.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hod carrying, insulation. But we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans: the grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger, a celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Back with you at Mulcahy Stadium, Nate Sagan alongside the executive producer Luke Cooley. Happy to be bringing you the action as Cam Whitty takes outside. Or rather, excuse me, Jack Malloy batting right now. And he laces it up the middle, but caught on a line there by Wilkins at his shoe tops. Nice reaction play there by the pitcher, one away. Now Cam Whitty steps in. Whitty strikeout victim his first 2 times up. Try to change his luck here against Wilkins. Fires low and away for ball 1. Wilkins has hung in there, now given his chance. It's been a rough day pretty much, but as that's grounded to short, Brown up with it, toss across, plenty of time. Get him by a step. Whatever happened with Joey Serra there on his swing last inning, he seems to be okay to continue. He's still out there at first. He took that throw just fine. So quickly 2 up, 2 down for Eagle River. This is the big shutdown inning, that folks talk about for a pitcher. Their team rallies for a few runs to either get them a little bit of a lead or get a little closer, as such as the case is here. And boy, you can take a lot of momentum if you can just come up with a shutdown inning, as it were. As South is on its way so far. Stefan Retzlaff batting with 2 out, nobody on. 1-0 pitch from Wilkins. Low and away again, 2-0. Wilkins threw a lot of pitches to start the day, but he's now hit the 69 mark at this point. As he's slowed down his pitch count quite a bit. 3-0, however, here to Retzlaff. Retzlaff has walked, scored a run, and flied out. And he takes ball 4 there, so he's on base for the 2nd time. And the Wolves will not go 1, 2, 3 here in the 4th. So we're almost halfway through here in our 7-inning contest. And Noah Lauer will hit. Nice play by Maltby. Throws down to first. Runner dives back in time. Lauer's day on the hill is over, of course. He pitched 2 full innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 4, and he had a strikeout. Stands in now, trying to keep his offensive day perfect. He's drawn a pair of walks so far. And awaiting the 1-0 pitch now from Wilkins. Outside again. 2-0 here as he tries to shut down the top of the Eagle River lineup. Another snap throw down by Maltby, not in time. Maltby showing off his arm there, one of the strongest throwing arms in the state, of course. He's finally reached his senior season. Seen a lot of him through the years. And he takes for a strike there, right down the middle. The 3-1 pitch coming up. Outside corner to run it full. Retzlaff will be in motion from first with a full count. 2 away. The pitch. Swing and a miss. he does get that shutdown inning. And South, as we reach the halfway mark, will come up to bat, trailing 5-3 in the bottom of the fourth when we return here at alaskalegion.com.
Alaska's greatest resource has always been the Alaskan spirit. This spirit of ingenuity and determination has driven BP for decades and is fueling new breakthroughs today, like innovations that allow us to extract more from existing oil fields and develop more resources for the future. The Alaskan spirit, it perseveres, it triumphs. It will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Multiple devices win championships. Set rosters. Watch. Post anytime from any screen. With unlimited GCI Mobile Plus Internet. Save up to $75 a month when you have both.
Since 1993, McKenna Roofing and Construction has offered full-service roofing and interior work for residential, commercial, and industrial facilities. They have a proven track record. McKenna is the last name you need to know in the roofing industry for first-class service. We are grateful for their sponsorship. Coming on this year, McKenna Roofing and Construction, we want to thank them along with Northrim Bank joining the team. As we get started here in the bottom of the fourth, South looking to continue this comeback momentum with Grayson Shaw leading off. And he takes high 2-0 now. As Thompson continues in relief. Pitched well there to get out of a huge jam with not too much damage in the fourth. South had the bases loaded with nobody out. They did get 3 across. It could have been a lot worse, obviously. 3-0 pitch. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Shaw flied out his first time up. And takes the 3-1 pitch high for ball 4. And he's on for the first time. So Sean Giffen steps in. Tying run here coming to the plate. So Giffen steps in. And takes strike 1. Nice location there from Thompson. Giffen walked, came around to score that last inning. Toss over to first, courtesy check. Sun coming out a little bit here behind the clouds at Mulcahy, brightening things up. 0-1 pitch. Just misses to even the count. Thompson's next offering As a runner bluffs, and it's chopped out to short. Toss play over to second for one. Back to first. Double play. 6-4-3. And just like that, a potential rally for South might have just gone by the wayside as Whitty feeds it to Lauer, who makes a nice turn and throws to Malloy for the 6-4-3 double play. So Eagle River with 2 double plays here in the first 4 innings, trying to preserve this lead. Kellen Curtis has been an offensive force so far in this one, 2 for 2 with a run scored. He has 2/3 of his team's hits. Oh, 2 pitch to him. He fouls that one off towards 16th Avenue. And another 0-2 offering from Thompson. Chopped down towards third, deep in the hole and through for another single. 3 for 3 now is Kellen Curtis. So Oliver Brown comes to the plate. He played hero last inning with a 2-run double. He's also walked and scored. And he takes one right down the pipe for strike 1. Keep an eye on Curtis at first, 2 out. We'll see if they send him. It's just low. He's taking a pretty conservative lead down there at first. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. As Thompson working ahead in the count now. There goes the runner, and it's grounded foul down towards third. And the count remains 1-2. There goes the runner again. Swung on, hit into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. He makes the turn. He heads for third. And they had trouble corralling it in left field. And the throw went into third instead of second. And Kellen Curtis is going to use that defensive misplay. Or excuse me, Brown uses a defensive misplay to move up from first to second after that single. So after the double play made it 2 out with nobody on, we've had back-to-back singles and a misplay in left. And now South threatening for the second inning in a row. Same exact scenario. 2 out, runners at second and third. With that second runner representing the tying run. And high drama here as Dylan Maltby at the plate. Takes high and outside. Maltby grounded out in the first inning. And he walked his last time up. The 1-0 pitch is high. Another very tough bat right behind him, so pick your poison if you're Eagle River and Thompson. 2-0 offering. High again, 3-0. South dugout getting a little bit louder. And Eagle River, choose to issue the intentional walk with the 3-0 count. And Coach Learman out to talk with his infield again. I don't think they're going to change pitchers here. They are just going to talk a little bit of strategy. So while we have a second, we want to say that for 2 decades, Alliance Baseball in Alaska has had a friend in Wade Blasingame, former president of Houston Contracting and part of the Arctic Slope Regional Corporation. Former 10-year Major League pitcher, Wade has helped secure sponsors who support our programs around the state. Big tip of the cap to the old left-hander, Wade Blasingame. Also want to thank North Rim Bank, as I mentioned earlier, coming on as a new sponsor. Let North Rim's flexible, responsive, and customized lending solutions work for your business. Whether it's personal banking, business banking, or commercial banking, the answer is the same, North Rim. Preferred SBA lender. Come join the winning team at North Rim. So they're loaded up with 2 outs for Curtis Hebert. Nowhere to put him. He's walked twice. Middle of this lineup has done some damage, and it's grounded out to second. And pitcher comes over to cover. Great heads-up play as the first baseman had gone towards second to get the ball, and Lauer patiently waits for Thompson, who had to come a long way from the pitcher's mound. But they get out of that bases-loaded jam, and South leaves 3 runners on without getting any across. And we head to the 5th. Eagle River still up 5-3 here at alaskalegion.com.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
Josh Thompson stepping in to lead things off here in the top of the 5th as we're getting down to crunch time. Final 3 innings of this 7-inning contest. Thompson's done an excellent job in relief after he started in center field. And he's getting it done offensively as well, 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up and came around. And he takes low there. Might have just called him Ryan Thompson, didn't mean to. Josh Thompson, if I misspoke. We have Ryan on the mound now. Ryan Watson, the new pitcher. As that is ball 4. A little confusion on the count again, I guess, but so 4-pitch walk issued. And it'll be Connor Lanehart. Possible bunt situation coming up here. So we'll keep an eye on the strategy by Coach Learman. He's swinging away, and he takes low for ball 1. Lanehart has reached twice. He's walked and singled, came around to score. Swing and a miss to even it up, and a ball and a strike. And he whisked through that one. Foul tip into the glove of Mulcahy, makes it 1-2. Wolverines have now caught the Wolves in the hit column at 5 apiece, but only one that really matters. That run column, of course. And it's way inside and make it 2-2 on the Eagle River third baseman. Lanehart, just a sophomore. He's got a long way to go here in his high school career. He and Thompson at first base, both sophomores. Jack Malloy also is sophomore starter for this club. Toss over as the sun now really coming out of the clouds. Might force me to go to the sunglasses here in a minute. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Do it again. New pitcher on the hill. Watson is a senior. 6'1" right-hander. There goes the runner, and it's hit into right field and deep, and it's right at the right fielder, Ivanov. And he's got plenty of time to double up the runner at first as Thompson was off with the pitch and didn't get a heads up to turn around and head back. And South has its first double play of the day. So it goes quickly now 2 outs for the Wolves. Were a couple defensive changes. That was one of them. Ivanov out in right field now. He makes a big impact with his glove right away as Gavin Henning swings through that one. Man, Gavin Henning had quite a day so far. 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. 1-1 pitch. Takes inside. Henning was up in the first inning, 2 out, nobody on, or excuse me, 2 out bases loaded situation, and singled through the middle to make it 2-0. And I think that did get a piece of him. Must have, because I think it was only a 2-1 count, and they would not have intentionally walked him, so it must have gotten a piece of him. And we have a runner at first now. Charlie Wallace stepping in. Wallace 0 for 2, is grounded out twice. There goes the runner. Throw down by Maltby, good one, and safe. Nice slide. Nice steal by Gavin Henning as he takes a base against one of the best catching arms in the state. Almost had him, but head first slide. And he's in scoring position now for Wallace. He takes inside to make it 2-1. And he swings and hits it into shallow right field. Tough play for Ivanov. And he can't make it. He bobbles it and drops it. Almost made a terrific sliding catch. But he can't quite haul it in. And Charlie Wallace has driven in Gavin Henning to make it 6-3 now for Eagle River. So a hit batsman, a steal, and then a tough play in right field. And it'll be called a hit as Ivanov was trying to make a really spectacular catch out there. Got to give him credit for a great effort. So it'll be an RBI single in the books for Charlie Wallace. And now Barch comes to the plate. Takes high and away to make it 2-0. So just when the Wolverines look like they might escape any damage after that double play, Eagle River strikes quickly to increase its lead. And that catches the corner for strike one. Barch comes in 1 for 2 with a single. Big lead for Wallace, who stumbles back. I think he tripped going in, but he did get back to the bag, and we still have a 2-1 pitch coming up from Watson to Barch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. And that's fouled back as the count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. He gets him to chase an outside pitch, and he gets out of it with no further damage. But the Wolves do put one more across, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. South trailing 6-3, coming to bat here at alaskalegion.com.
At BP, we're not only investing in Alaska careers today, we're investing in Alaska's future leaders. That's why BP contributes to University of Alaska programs statewide, donating millions of dollars to prepare Alaska students for future jobs in energy, hosting interns, and hiring Alaskans. To us, it's the spirit found in every Alaskan that will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hod carrying, insulation, but we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans: the grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger, a celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. Suddenly sunny Mulcahy Stadium. As South coming to bat here in the bottom of the fifth, designated home team. Trailing 6-3. It's been good contest so far. Eagle River jumped out to a 5-0 lead before South struck for 3 of its own in the bottom of the third. And then Eagle River adding 1 run to its lead last half inning, and that's where we stand. As Joey Serra takes inside. Had a tough day at the plate, 0 for 2, lined into a double play. Tough luck play for him as he hit the ball on the button back in the first, and then struck out his last time up. It's been double plays that have kept this one from being a much higher scoring game. Eagle River has turned 2 and South 1. In both of those situations prevented big innings. Or all 3 of those situations, I should say. Two and 1 on the Wolverines' first baseman. And it's outside. As Josh Thompson still pitching here in relief for Coach Bill Learman's squad. Coach Learman has a couple youngsters coming up through the system, future Wolves. Nice play there at second by Lauer as he takes a short hop and retires Serra to lead off things here in the fifth. Lauer's natural position is that middle infield position after he started on the hill, so he feels comfortable out there at second. And it's Andrew Buckendorf standing in, 0 for 2. And he fouls that one straight back. Most of the damage in the South lineup has come from the top and the heart of the order, as Kellen Curtis and Oliver Brown have combined for all 5 hits. Curtis, I believe, came out of the game that last half inning in a defensive switch. Well, Brown remains in at shortstop, but this, most importantly, is Buckendorf at the plate. And he swings through an inside pitch to make it 1-2. Struck out his first time and popped up in his second at bat, did Buckendorf. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Josh Thompson, is low. Thompson came in relief in the third inning. settled things down on the hill for Eagle River. And that's laced into center field for a solid single. No doubt about that. Nice swing there by Andrew Buckendorf. And South has its first hit of the day from someone not named Brown or Curtis. So 1 out, 1 on for the Wolverines, the undefeated Wolverines so far, coming in 7-0, 2-0 in the CIC. Strike on the inside corner as Wilkins bats for the first time today. He was being DH'd for, but has since moved into left field after he came off the mound. And ball gets away on the pickoff attempt, but not far away enough to prevent or to allow the runner to get to second. So nice play there by Retzlaff, running that down. Wilkins was the starting pitcher, the man batting right now. Gave up 4 earned in 4 innings. Pick up 3 strikeouts on the hill. And he takes inside there. 1-1 count. 1 out, 1 on. In a 3-run ball game between 2 of the top teams in the Cook Inlet Conference thus far. Both teams 2-0 in the league. Eagle River squeaked out a 3-2 win over Chugiak. Start things off for them in league play Monday. As that pitch is high. Wolves were back on the field yesterday, or rather Thursday, excuse me, as they knocked off West 10-3. Strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Thompson. Makes it 2-2. Swung on and ripped to left field. That's going to get over the left fielder's head and bounce on 1 hop off the wall. Relay play comes into shortstop, and it's a good relay, and that prevents the runner from scoring from first base. But the best hit ball of the day there by Lucas Wilkins, as Gavin Henning had to get on his horse and haul that in off the wall, short hop the wall. So he hit that on a line about 330 feet. And lucky for Eagle River that they prevented a run from scoring with some nice defense there. So Pease comes to the plate. Thomas Pease hitting for the first time today. Senior. And he chops it to short. Up with it cleanly. And a nice play is made at first by Retzlaff, as Whitty's throw came in short-hopped, but a run does come home, so it's an RBI ground out for Pease, and that makes it 6-4. Sean Giffen steps in. So now 2 away with a runner at third. So Eagle River put up 3 in the third. South came back to match that number in the bottom half. And Eagle River put up 1 in the top of the 5th, and now South has come up to match that number in this inning. And they will improve on that as the wild pitch. Not sure if that was a wild pitch or a pass ball. As it is, Giffen had to jump out of the way, barely missed his jersey, and got all the way to the backstop. So the run comes home from third, and it's 6-5 now. And a pitch high and away. So 2 runs across now for the Wolverines in this inning, and this is the closest it's been all day. Strike called. Makes it 3-1 on Giffen, who's walked and scored and grounded out his second time up. And he's going to walk again. So South has a tying run now at first with 2 away. And Coach Learman looks like he's going to make another pitching change. We'll see what happens here. He takes the ball from Thompson. He does. And we'll have some defensive changes, including who the new pitcher is, as we have basically a brand new ball game here at 6-5, Eagle River, and we're going to be heading to a break here. Have the defensive changes for you when we come back at alaskalegion.com.
Alaska Airlines Club 49 members can ship up to 100 pounds of cargo in-state for $10 when you fly and $40 anytime. That's a lot of fish, groceries, or whatever. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Alaska Airlines Club 49 offers you free benefits to make life a little sweeter. Like 2 free checked bags anywhere we fly. Even if you're new to the last frontier, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 to join for free today.
Alaska's greatest resource has always been the Alaskan spirit. This spirit of ingenuity and determination has driven BP for decades and is fueling new breakthroughs today, like innovations that allow us to extract more from existing oil fields and develop more resources for the future. The Alaskan spirit, it perseveres, it triumphs. It will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Welcome back to Mulcahy. A lot of defensive changes there to keep you up to date on as Cam Whitty comes in from shortstop to pitch. Noah Lauer moves to short. And the outfield switches around back to its original configuration of Charlie Wallace in left, Josh Thompson in center, and Gavin Henning in right field. First pitch to Kellen Curtis as he re-enters the game is high. And then Jack Malloy moves back to his first position there at first base. And Retzlaff slides back over to second. fouled off, 1-1 on Curtis now. So everybody but Connor Lanehart at third and Luke Barch at catcher moved around there on that last defensive switch by Coach Learman. Curtis looking for a 4-hit day. Checks his swing and takes inside to make it 2-1. He's picked up 3 singles, has Wolverines leadoff man come around to score 1 of their 5 runs. High ball 3. Whitty, the third pitcher of the day for Eagle River, as they try to piece this one together and pull ahead of South in the conference standings. Got a piece of that one. Might have caught the nub of his bat on the check swing. Tough luck there for Curtis. As the count goes full to 3-2. There goes the runner. It won't matter as it's ball 4. And of course the runner off with the 3-2 count, 2 out. So Curtis has reached for the 4th time. Just what you want out of your leadoff hitter. You can't complain about that if you're Taylor Nerlin. Oliver Brown up. He's done the rest of the damage for South. The big 2-out, 2 RBI double in the 3rd. And now he hits here with 2 out, and he chops that one foul, 0-2. Whitty looking to preserve the Eagle River lead. They've been on top from the outset. They struck for 2 runs in the first. It's been the difference so far. Great play by Barch, as he had to use every inch of his frame to go get that one. Prevent a wild pitch. One-two pitch to Brown. He takes that one right off the bicep. And it's loaded him up now. As Dylan Mulcahy will step in. And this is the kind of situation that young baseball players dream about. Late innings, 2 out, bases loaded. Down by a run. And if you're just a fan of baseball in general, you enjoy this kind of situation, especially when one of the big bats is up. Mulcahy takes one at the knees for strike 1. The pitch from Whitty is outside to even the count. Giffen dancing around quite a bit at third, trying to distract the pitcher. And that's low in the dirt. 2-1 now on a South High slugger. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks so far today. Strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Whitty. He evens the count. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Fouled off. We'll do another 2-2 pitch. Nice job today by our umpires. Very cleanly played game and nicely umpired too. Checks his swing. Did he go? Appeal out to the field, and he says no swing. The Wolves are not happy with that decision, obviously. I thought he might have gone. It was a close check swing. So now we will have all 3 runners in motion with the full count. And 2 away in this 1-run ball game. The pitch from Whitty to Maltby. Nails him on the helmet. And Maltby takes off his helmet for a second and yells something at Whitty as he runs up to the first base line, but there's no way he could have been trying to hit him there, obviously, as that ties up the ball game there on a hit by pitch. South has now rallied for 3 runs in this inning. Most important thing is that he seems just fine after taking that one straight in the side of the helmet. Strike called on Curtis Hebert. He's walked twice, grounded out. And he can untie this thing with 1 swing here. Swing and a miss. And he's behind 0-2. Tough break for Whitty after he'd worked so hard to get back into that count against Maltby. Finally hits him on a 3-2 pitch. So we're tied for the first time since we got underway. And it's a brand new ball game. Popped up, straight up on the infield. Whitty calls for it himself right in front of the pitcher's mound. And he takes a step back and makes a nice play, keeping his balance there as he steps uphill, and that'll do it. But not before the Wolverines rally for 3 to tie it. And we do indeed have a brand new ball game. It's a 2-inning sprint from here. 6-6 as Eagle River coming up next at alaskalegion.com.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
Welcome back to Mulcahy. New pitcher on the mound for South is Sean Giffen as he comes in from second base. So he'll be the pitcher of record. As like I said, it's a brand new ball game. Pretty much what we expected between these clubs who came in with a combined 12-1 record. Eagle River suffered its only loss at all this season in a non-league game last week against Diamond, who was the only other unbeaten in the Cook Inlet Conference overall besides South. Might have gotten a piece of our field mic or just some reverberations there as you heard that foul back into the chain behind home plate. Outside from Giffen, count evens up on Jack Malloy. 0 for 2 on the day. Inside, not sure Malloy acted like for second, like that might have got a piece of him, but it did miss. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss to even it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Giffen winds and fires. Swings at a high pitch and he sails it out to shallow left field. Wilkins had him played nicely out there and comes in to make a routine catch. 1 away. The pitch was almost over his head. Surprised he made contact, but as it is, it's just a simple pop-up. Cam Whitty steps in. 0 for 3 on the day, trying to change his luck. And thought that might have... I thought that was going to hit him, and it curved inside for ball 1. Lower outside corner, strike 1 to even it up. The pitch. Same spot as he paints the corner again to get ahead on Whitty. One-two pitch. Way outside. Again, check AlaskaLegion.com for the entire rest of the Cook Inlet Conference schedule. Only one more game this week. That's coming up here at 5 o'clock. As that's bounced in to run the count full. Chugiak and Bartlett are going to battle here at 5. Assuming this one's over by then. And he misses inside with the 3-2 pitch, and Whitty's aboard with 1 out. So Eagle River is going to want to make some noise here with the top of its lineup. Retzlaff has walked twice and scored. He also flew out. Courtesy toss over to first. Check on the runner, Whitty. And that's low. 1-1 count, 1 on, 1 out. In a tie ball game. Eagle River was on top 5-0 at one point, but the Wolverines have scratched and clawed their way back. Rip through the middle. Sent Giffen scurrying at the pitcher position. And it's a nice line drive up the middle. Single for Retzlaff. hits now even at 7 apiece. Most importantly, the lead run now is at second base for Eagle River here with 1 out. Heart of their order coming up. Lauer followed by Thompson and Lanehart. Hits up and down the Eagle River lineup. Lauer, Whitty, and Malloy, the only Eagle River players without a base hit today, as their offense has been very evenly spread apart. If Lauer changes that right here, however, that would probably drive a run home. Lauer, who started on the hill today, has drawn a pair of walks. 0 for 1. And he rips it into center field, going back on the ball and making a catch. And is Andrew Buckendorf. Nice play by Buckendorf, and Whitty unable to tag up and move to third. So good result there if you are a South fan, as they keep the runners right there, and now it's 2 out for Josh Thompson. Thompson 1 for 2 with a walk. He scored twice. And he takes one down the middle. Giffen gets ahead for strike 1. Both teams now with 6 runs and 7 hits. Can't ask for much closer ball game than this. Curveball doesn't break and stays high and inside for ball 1 to even the count. Balk called. So the runners will move up to second and third. I am not an expert on the balk call, but my guess is that he did not come to a stop after he brought his glove down to his waist. Didn't have that necessary pause. And so the runners move up 90 feet each. Low and outside, 2-1 now. So a lucky break for Eagle River has put 2 in scoring position for Thompson. And he chops it towards the left side and through for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third, but it's an RBI single for Josh Thompson, and he's put the Wolves on top again, 7-6. That just found a hole through the left side. Hebert and Brown both had a shot, but it squeaked through. Wilkins charged the ball well and left. And Eagle River wisely holding the runner at third. Popped up, foul territory, playable. And Giffen, the pitcher, comes over to make the catch and foul ground and end the Eagle River rally. Strand 2 runners, but the Wolves take the lead 7-6 on a big 2-out single. And we head to the bottom of the 6th with South coming to bat, trailing 7-6 at AlaskaLegion.com.
At BP, we're not only investing in Alaska careers today, we're investing in Alaska's future leaders. That's why BP contributes to University of Alaska programs statewide, donating millions of dollars to prepare Alaska students for future jobs in energy, hosting interns, and hiring Alaskans. To us, it's the spirit found in every Alaskan that will ensure BP and Alaska keep advancing toward a brighter future.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hod carrying, insulation. But we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
Welcome back to Mulcahy. The Alliance would like to recognize Salt Chuck for its significant support of baseball throughout Alaska. You'll recognize some of their Alaska affiliate companies, including Carlisle Transportation, Northern Air Cargo, and Totem Ocean Trailer that help keep our statewide economy moving. Joey Serra steps in to lead things off, takes on the outside corner for strike one from Cam Whitty, continuing on the hill for the Wolves, now with a one-run lead. A balk coming back to hurt South as a one-run, two-out single scores a runner from third. Swings through that, does Serra to make it a 1-2 count. Comes in 0 for 3 to this at bat. And he lifts that one in the air. Medium depth left field. And Charlie Wallace hauls it in for out number one. Andrew Buckendorf steps up. One for 3 with a run scored. And he's played nicely in center all day. Takes slow for ball one. Swings and nubs that one up the first base line. Taking it and making the unassisted putout just in time. Jack Malloy has some communication difficulties. Whitty, Malloy, and Retzlaff getting there about the same time and saying, who wants it? But Malloy makes the play, as it was his ball field. And quickly, 2 up, 2 down. And in steps Lucas Wilkins. Man, he absolutely destroyed a ball his last time up. And he takes low there. Lined it. Line drive. I mean, that thing didn't get much over about 15 feet high. And it bounced off, short hop off the left field fence to drive in a run last half inning during the Wolverines' 3-run bottom of the 5th. He would later come around to score what was then the tying run. He rips that one foul. Make it 1-2. And all of a sudden, South quickly down to its last strike here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on and hit into right. Coming in on the ball and making a nice play as that ball died quickly out there with the wind in right field. But Gavin Henning comes on to make it a 1-2-3 inning. And we head to the 7th. Eagle River leading 7-6 here at alaskalegion.com.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans: the grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger, a celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Back with you here for the final scheduled inning, as it'll be Gavin Henning leading off here for the Wolves. He's had a big day at the plate. And he lines that one on a couple hops down to third. Nice play there, and they can't make the play. And it'll go as an infield single, as A. Bear had to dive to his right to make that play. And he tried to get as much on that throw from the seat of his pants as he could, but not able to make it accurately. And Gavin Henning is on with his third hit of the day, here to lead off this top of the seventh. First pitch swinging, Wallace hits it out to shallow right, making the play barely in foul territory is Curtis for out number one. That'll bring up Luke Barch, the catcher. Now with 1 on, 1 out. Barch has a hit. His first time up. He's singled to right. Giffen working his second inning in relief for South. Comes to the set, and the pitch right down the middle to start off Barch. I was excited when I saw this one fell to me on the schedule. I figured it would be a good game, and I was right. Eagle River has never trailed in this one. Trying to add on some much-needed insurance here in the top of the seventh. Probably going to have to get through that tough part of the South lineup one more time. Henning takes his lead from first, not going. Pitches low and away, 2-1 on Barch. Eight, 9, and 1 hitters due up for South here in the bottom half. As it's low again, 3-1 on Luke Barch, the freshman. Only freshman playing for either side in this ball game. swung on and popped up. Infield fly rule probably in effect here as Curtis makes the catch. And it's 2 away now. So Jack Malloy is going to try to keep this inning going for Eagle River. Coming into this at bat 0 for 3. He's made contact all 3 times, but 3 outs in the air so far for Malloy. He takes high and away. Fouled straight back over my head here in the booth. So the 1-1 pitch coming up to the Eagle River first baseman. And hit on a few hops over to Curtis at second. He's busy defensively this inning, and he helps the Wolverines get out of it. The Wolves strand a runner, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Wolverines in a 1-run game here at alaskalegion.com.
Multiple devices win championships. Set rosters. Watch. Post anytime from any screen. With unlimited GCI Mobile Plus Internet. Save up to $75 a month when you have both.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
Welcome back to Mulcahy. The Alaska Laborers Training Center is providing valuable assistance and training opportunities for their apprentices in grading and preparing the field for the turf renovation. Tip of the cap to business manager Joey Merrick of the Laborers Local 341, as well as assistant training director Gabe Hardy. Well, here we go. 7-6 lead for Eagle River as they try to close things out here in the bottom of the 7th. Pease at the plate. Line drive just over the head of Retzlaff into right field. First pitch swinging, Thomas Pease has gotten on base as the leadoff man. Just about to mention, Pease already had an RBI on the day in his first at bat. He grounded out to score a run in the 5th. And now he stands at first as the potential tying run. Giffen comes to the plate. He's walked twice, came around to score both times. And in between those, he grounded out. He squares to bunt, throw over to first instead, runner back safely. High drama brewing here at Mulcahy. Both teams 2-0 in the Cook Inlet Conference. And very evenly matched today. Nice play by Barch. Snap throw down to first, and it gets up the right field line. Runner is going to head to second. The throw not in time. So a throwing error by Barch puts a runner in scoring position now with nobody out. And South, Coach Taylor Nerland is, he's going to send a pinch runner out to second. So the pinch runner will be, I believe that's Grayson Shaw. Shaw started the day in left field, has since been replaced, but now being used here in this very critical situation as a pinch runner. Sean Giffen up to bat. After that, it's the big, dangerous bat of Curtis. Giffen gets it down. Nice bunt. Throw goes to first. And did he tag the base? Either tag the base or he tagged the runner. Thought his foot missed the base, but as it is, sacrifice goes 1-3. Or 1-4 rather. And Curtis steps in. Runner at third, tying run, 90 feet away. Curtis, 3 for 3 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Swing and a miss. After Curtis, it's going to be Oliver Brown, who's had a big day at the plate himself. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Infield playing in. High and away. Next pitch. Check swing. No swing. No appeal. And it's 2-2. Two pitch, popped up left or right field that might get the run home. The catch is made, the throw coming to the plate. It's cut off, and the tying run scores on a sacrifice fly by Kellen Curtis. 7-7 here in the bottom of the 7th. Nice play there by Henning, making sure he made the catch cleanly before he made the throw. And now Oliver Brown comes up, 2 out, nobody on, representing the potential winning run for the Wolverines. And that's in the dirt. 2-0 on Brown. He's reached all 4 times. A walk, a double, a single, and a hit by pitch. He's got 2 ribbies, and he scored once. And he takes low there, 3-0. Just trying to reach base, give his teammates a chance to drive him home. High and inside, a 4-pitch walk. Puts Brown at first. And Dylan Maltby coming to the plate. We are expecting high drama here at Mulcahy, and we've got it. Maltby takes low and outside for ball 1. South catcher looking for his first base hit of the day. He's reached 3 times, however. Walk, an intentional walk, and a hit by pitch. That hit by pitch plunked him right on the noggin and tied up the game, as it was a bases loaded situation in the 5th inning. It tied us at 6 at that point. Eagle River took the lead back at 7-6 in the 6th, and then you just saw a few moments ago Curtis with the sacrifice fly to right field with 1 out, tying things up. Walk to Brown, and here we are with Dylan Maltby at the plate. Strike on the outside corner. Good start there on that at bat for Whitty. This has been quite the marathon game by high school standards. 2 hours and 47 minutes so far. Just inside. 1-1 on the South slugger. One pitch. Runner goes. And Barch had trouble getting it out of his glove, and it's a stolen base for Brown. And it's a big one, as he now is in scoring position with 2 out and a 3-1 count on Maltby. Are they going to intentionally walk him again? They are. It was a 3-1 count. This was the exact same situation they were in several innings ago. 3-run count, first base open, 2 out. And they walk Maltby again. So it'll be up to Curtis Hebert if South wants to be a walk-off winner today. And he lost. What did he do? He just stepped off the mound. He must have lost his footing, and he never threw the ball, and that's as obvious a balk as you can get. So now the pressure really mounting as Whitty, a little frustrated there after his footing on the mound let him down on that play. I think they're discussing whether they want to intentionally walk Hebert. It appears they're going to pitch to him. And it's low for ball 1. Hebert is going to be followed in the lineup by Joey Serra. Should he reach via walk or hit by pitch. And he pops that one up on the short in the outfield, and coming in to make the catch and send us to extra innings is Josh Thompson. So Eagle River escapes with just a tie and keeps South from being walk-off winners there. And we'll head to extras. And it's been as good as advertised, 7-7 as we head to the 8th here at AlaskaLegion.com.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hod carrying, insulation, but we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans: the grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger, a celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Well, Eagle River was just 2 outs away from putting up its first win against South since 2014. They can still earn it here in extra innings. 15-2, South leads the all-time series. So Eagle River, perennial underdogs in this head-to-head matchup. However, as evenly matched as you can get today with the Wolverines. Sean Giffen continues here in relief for the 3rd inning. Whitty leading things off, 0 for 3 on the day. He did walk and score the 7th run back in the 6th inning for Eagle River. 2-0 pitch, way outside. Actually, I was off on the count, so 4-pitch walk sends Whitty to first. Stefan Retzlaff steps up. He's had a productive day offensively, as well as a really good day on the right side of the infield. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored, and he's walked twice. Good production from the number 2 hitter in this lineup, and he gets down a nice bunt, looks at second, throw over to first by Giffen. Put out goes 1-4 with the second baseman Curtis covering. So the sac bunt works to perfection if you are an Eagle River fan. And the lead run now in scoring position as Whitty stands at second for Noah Lauer. And they're going to walk Lauer. Interesting decision here. Does set up a force play at second and third. So Josh Thompson's going to step in. He's had quite a day himself, 2 for 3 with 2 runs, a ribby, and he's walked. And he laces one into right field, center field, and it's caught. Runner tags from second and makes it to third. I thought that one might find a gap off the bat. but it's a one-pitch line out at bat for Thompson. Good heads-up base running by the Wolves. Buckendorf had to make that play going with all of his momentum toward right field. So although it wasn't that deeply hit, Eagle River, aware that he had all his momentum heading away from third base, so he had to make the catch and then set himself to throw. And Whitty with enough speed to get to third on the slide. So Connor Lanehart steps up, 2 out, first and third, here in extra innings. Tie ball game. Strike one to start things off from Giffen. Time called. Pitcher looks in for the sign. 0-1 pitch coming up to Lanehart. Way outside. Nice play by Maltby. Very clean game as far as no big, not a big number of intention or wild pitches or pass balls for either side. And that's just low to Lanehart. Big pitch coming up here. Outside corner, strike two. So 2-2, 2 out, 2 on in a 7-7 game here in extras. Giffen's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Maltby is pumped up. And we will head to the bottom of the 8th. South with a chance to win it coming up next at alaskalegion.com.
Alaska Airlines Club 49 members can ship up to 100 pounds of cargo in-state for $10 when you fly and $40 anytime. That's a lot of fish, groceries, or whatever. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Alaska Airlines Club 49 offers you free benefits to make life a little sweeter. Like 2 free checked bags anywhere we fly. Even if you're new to the last frontier, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 to join for free today.
Multiple devices win championships. Set rosters. Watch. Post anytime from any screen. With unlimited GCI Mobile Plus Internet. Save up to $75 a month when you have both.
Welcome back to Mulcahy. More drama brewing here as we're in extra innings in what is now a 3-hour ball game. And Joey Serra is going to lead things off here for South as the Wolverines escaped a jam with our runners at first and third there in the top half of the 8th, and now hitting as the designated home team. South can walk things off if they can scratch out a run here. Cam Whitty continuing on the hill for the Wolves as they have used 3 pitchers today to get to this point. Eagle River put up 2 in the first, 3 in the third to jump out 5-0. Never trailed in this one, but have to get through this half inning if they want to continue that trend. First pitch to Sarah, high. Sarah still looking for his first hit of the ball game. Takes high there. Barch takes a couple steps in front of home plate. Pushes his hands down to signal Whitty calm down a little bit, keep the ball down. Hit off to third base, picked up there by Lanehart. Throw across. Nicely done. Nicely dug out there by Malloy. Get him by a step. Sarah's tough day at the plate continues. And Andrew Buckendorf steps in. Lanehart has shown some nice skills down there at the hot corner today. So Buckendorf comes in 1 for 4. Takes outside. He did come around to score a run. His 3rd time through. And that's outside. 2-0 on a second straight hitter for Whitty. Strike on the outside corner, a little off-speed pitch, works. 7 runs on 9 hits and 3 errors for Eagle River. 7 runs on 8 hits and an error for South. And that's fouled back to make it 2-2. Bartlett and Shugiak waiting patiently to take the field. They were supposed to start here 3 minutes ago. Outside ball 3. The count runs full on Buckendorf. Fouled off. They'll do another 2-2 pitch. And that pitch is outside. So South has a base runner with 1 out. Full count walk. Somebody's warming up for South down there in the bullpen. So if Eagle River can get through this half inning, we'll probably see a new pitcher. Can't quite make out the number down there. It's a right-hander. Getting ready. I think that might be Brown down there getting ready to pitch. Meanwhile, Lucas Wilkins, he of the hardest hit ball, owner of the hardest hit ball of the day, is at bat, and he takes at the letters for strike 2, 0-2. Whitty gets ahead. Coach Learman showing a lot of confidence in Whitty, one of the team leaders as a senior this year. And that's hit through the middle and through for a single. And it's misplayed there in center field. And they're going to send the run around. And it's going to score. A single and an error by Josh Thompson, and a tough day for Thompson. Tough way to end that one for Mr. Thompson, who had been so solid both at the plate and in the field, and he overruns a single through the middle. Runner scores all the way from first base, and South walks off Eagle River 8-7 here in extra innings. Wow, what a ball game. South never led until that last play, but they'll take it, and the Wolverines remain undefeated. Move to 8-0 overall, 3-0 tied with Diamond atop the Cook Inlet Conference standings. What a ball game. Congratulations to Taylor Nerland as he becomes all alone the second winningest coach in CIC history, now with his 85th victory. Still trying to catch Mr. Learman in that opposite dugout. And it was a classic today as the two coaches meet towards the Eagle River Diamond, or Eagle River dugout, and exchange pleasantries. And we will run down the final stats for you here real quick before we get you out of here. Eagle River falls to 5-2 overall, 2-1 in the Cook Inlet Conference. And it was a big day at the plate for Gavin Henning of Eagle River, who went 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Josh Thompson just mentioned he had a nice offensive game too, went 2 for 4 and scored a pair of runs for the Wolves. For South, it was Oliver Brown, 2 for 2 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. And Lucas Wilkins with that big hit went to that led to the winning run just then. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Pitching-wise, let me get to the winning pitcher went to Sean Giffen as he put up 3 innings pitched, just 1 earned run, 3 hits allowed. He walked 2, he struck out 1. The win goes to Giffen, who came on and pitched 3 excellent innings of relief. And our Alaska 529 Smart Player of the Game is going to go to Kellen Curtis of South, who went 3 for 3. He reached again via the walk, and he had an RBI and a run scored. A perfect day at the plate for Kellen Curtis. He's our Alaska 529 Smart Player of the Game. So, wow, what a marathon. But well worth it drama-wise as South comes out with the 8-7 victory. So for my executive producer, Luke Cooley, my name's Nate Sagan. We'll be back with you next time at AlaskaLegion.com.